Let's do this. Let's go to Kathy Perkins, Pinellas County Emergency Management, to have a conversation about the situation that we're dealing with at this hour, day 2 of dealing with Hurricane Ian. Good morning to you there, Kathy.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. I want to ask you right now kind of what the biggest concern for the area is. We were just talking with our reporter, Chris Rogers, who's in Largo right now, saying, you know, the wind obviously has knocked down some signs. We've seen some damaged trees. We were anticipating so much worse in terms of flooding, so there is some silver lining there. But what's your biggest concern for the county this morning?
So right now we still have about 200,000 people without power. We do have some intersections without power. So we want to make sure that we are able to get out there, make sure that the streets are safe for people to navigate. We were working on getting inverters out to those intersections so we can get those lights up and running. You know, because a lot of deaths actually will occur after the storm. You know, people that are using generators, people that are driving through intersections and not treating it like a faraway stop. So we want to make sure we can get, you know, places safe as possible before people start moving around.
Give us an idea, Kathy, if you can. I know the sunrise is going to help us out in this regard, but some of the roads that are impassable because of the damage that we were, you know, showing our friends at home just a moment ago with the downed trees, the down power lines.
Yeah, I don't have a complete list of the roads. From what I'm hearing, a lot of the major roads are open. There were some trees down. Law enforcement was able to move some of those out of the way. Public Works crews will be getting out there. You know, just like you said, we've been out on the major roads, but it may be some of those more residential areas that we haven't been able to get back into yet.
Can you tell us this morning about any responses that you guys have had to make throughout the storm? We know the power out, we know trees down, the roadways are concerned, but did you guys have to make any calls to people's homes?
Not that I'm aware of. You know, I think it's been a pretty calm evening. I mean, we certainly were extremely fortunate. This is not the position we thought we were going to be in. So, you know, Pinellas County got lucky this time, and certainly our thoughts and prayers go down to all the people that have been impacted. You know, we want to make sure that our community is safe and slowly work on getting people back to their homes and, you know, getting everything back up and running, you know, and then we're already looking at, you know, how can we support our neighbors to the south.
Yeah, Kathy, I mean, I would imagine as you've seen some of this video coming out on social media and on our newscast right here on 10 Tampa Bay, you think to yourself at some point, this could have been us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's very scary. I look at the numbers of the people that were in shelters, the number of our special needs clients that moved, and it was not what we expected. So I don't know if a lot of people evacuated out of county, and we just don't have eyes on that yet. You know, it's just very scary. You know, we heard a lot of people say that they were going to stay. They didn't think it was going to be that bad. And, you know, you never know. I mean, and time is something that you can't get more of. So when, you know, that advisory came out for the southwest coast that it was turning into them, they had very little time. And to get people to evacuate hospitals, nursing homes, assisted living facilities, takes a lot of resources and a lot of time. And that's why, you know, we start issuing those evacuation orders. You know, we started, you know, really trying to push people to pay attention because, you know, there gets a certain point where you just can't move people anymore.
Yeah. You mentioned talking with different partners and seeing the damage in other areas. How do you guys work in conjunction with other emergency management teams throughout our state? Obviously, the Naples area, the Fort Myers area, just inundated with water.
Absolutely. So, you know, we all work very closely with the State Division of Emergency Management. We have conference calls several times a day. So we were getting, you know, reports for them out throughout the day yesterday as to what was going on. You know, some of them were losing communications. There were a couple that weren't even able to get on the call. So, you know, it's devastating. You know, at least you're hearing from some of them, but when you don't hear from them, you know, your heart goes out to them because you're just so worried about what's going on. But, you know, the State Division of Emergency Management is already, you know, networking and staging resources, working to get them down. You know, I think all of us across the state of Florida, and I've heard there were 26 states that had already promised to bring in resources. This is going to take a lot of people. There's going to be a lot of damages down there. Unfortunately, you know, we could see a lot of deaths down there. So I think, everybody's going to be focusing on what we can do to help them. So as soon as we can clean things up here, we'll be looking at how we can assist our neighbors.
Absolutely, Kathy. You used the word scary there as you were alluding to deaths. And I spoke with a coworker a little bit earlier who told me the same thing, not being able to reach someone on the phone.
Oh, yeah, scary.
Nerve-wracking because you don't know the severity of that situation.